Good afternoon, September the 7th, 2017. This is CISB113, Section 7, Information Technology Fundamentals and Practices. Today is week number 3, day number 6. So let's get started. I'm so glad to introduce to you, I have a teaching assistant this time, so this is responsible for turning the camera for me so that I will be within the camera so I can resume the videotape. So, first of all, welcome back. I can use the microphone. Still remember, we are in week number 3 in this course, and this past Monday we helped you to understand the meaning of ethics, particularly ethics in the context of intellect ethics. And then we also introduced to you the idea of social responsibility, in particular the CSR context, the corporate social responsibility. Today we are going to help you to understand the meaning of digital divide. Digital divide means it's a divide which is going to separate those who have something and those who do not have anything. Okay, in the context of the internet age, it's those who have the knowledge to use the technology and those who do not have the knowledge or even the resources to use the technology. To get you up speed, okay, allow me to introduce to you something called the sport, alright? So, what is meant by the sport? So, sport, come on in. This is called sport. Wow, it's so awesome. I'm a reindeer. It's Christmas time. Look at that. Jogging is no problem. Let's go dating. Uh-oh. Oh, it's so lovely. Go back, go back. Wow. What are we going to study today? No robots were harmed in the making of this video. Oh my goodness. We are not going to see that. This is too exciting. Let's go. Let's go for something less exciting. Here we go. Alex, come on in. What is it going to do? It's going to walk in the snow. Wow. It's very extreme act of balancing. Oh, Come on, let's do it. Okay, that's Boston Dynamics, 2017's editions. We'll talk about robots later. Okay, one more piece, perhaps the handle robot. At this point. Now the focus of today's class is to make sure to understand the context of digital design situated in the intellect age, but will not only correct the information age, So what exactly is meant by an information age? Well, ready? And in your table, please grab some ideas. You can read from this very short video what it's meant by an information age, okay? By looking into your mobile phone now. You have a few members on your table. Look at the mobile phone of the table members and try to count the type of mobile phone you have there. Basically today we're going to have Apple's phone. Do you have Apple phones on your table? Look back to your table. Do you have Apple's mobile devices on your table? Okay. Do you have Samsung device in your table? Do you have Huawei device in your table? Or do you have Xiaomi device in your table? Okay, let's take a look at your table devices now. Let's want an example of an information age, whatever device you're going to use. May I invite you to look at a song for me, which is by Dang Lai Guan. You know who is Dang Lai Guan? Okay, I love the song you learned by your song. Can you look it up from your device? Which table? Which table you give me the song first? Okay, and I'm going to ask what device to give you that song first. Is it an Apple device, a Samsung device, a Xiaomi device, or Huawei device? Okay, look it up. And then you might want to look at another song by the same singer, Dang Lai Guan. Can you pray that out? Wow, that's good. You want to hear that? Is it an Apple device? Apple! Apple, Dang Lai Guan. Okay? Can you look up another song for me? Okay? Let me give you an English song. There is an English song by the name Sometimes When We Touch. Sometimes when we touch. Okay, can you look up this song? Let's see. Echoes, winds. Look up the other song, Sometime When We Touch. Wow, that's good. Yes, can you pray the song louder? Have you heard about this song? This is a Xiaomai device, right? Xiaomai. Have you heard that song? This guy must learn the song. Sing the song for us. Have you heard this song? You need to know the song. There you go. Have you heard this song? Okay. Have you heard this song? Thank you. It's a good song. Thank you. Now, I want you to look up another song for me. This time, Xiaomai wants. I want to look at a song called I Will Be Right Here Waiting for You. I will be right here waiting for you. Which device to win this time? Wow, that's good. That's the one. You need a song? You want to feel like this song?
Yeah.
You have a girlfriend?
No.
Oceans apart?
No, I'm waiting for.
Okay, oh, okay. You like this song? Wow, that's good. Oceans apart, day after day. You see that song? All right, thank you very much. You see the power of the devices you're holding today as part of the gadgets of the information age, all right? So in the past, when we would like to use a computer, we need to go to the computer room, sit there, turn on the computer, use the computer there to access information. Very much like what you are doing in the library. But today, when the mobile devices are with us, wherever we go, anytime we want, we could do what we want with the resources. That is an example of the convenience of the information age. So how does it change our life? Well, you have to understand that. So let's see this. We need to do transitions.
Mankind struggles with an industrial age economic model that has left us with a withering planetary environment and a legacy of debt. This is changing as we transition into the information age. Economic models change from the wilderness age of hunters and gatherers to the agricultural age of serfs, kings, and clergy. The printing press brought the industrial age of factories, fossil fuels, and nation states. Internet and communications technologies now offer a new digital realm, transcending geographic, political, and religious barriers. By working cooperatively and leveraging new technology tools, we can provide equal access to education, clean water for health, improved food security practices, greater economic equality, and green power. Peace Corps, networking sustainable technologies to address our planetary challenges.
May I ask you, do you still remember the 4 important ages mentioned in the piece? Do you know what is meant by the hunter-gatherer's age? Hunter-gatherer's age. In the very past, at the very beginning, when we do not have a sophisticated society, like what we have today, when we need to eat something, we need to hunt for what we eat. We hunt for what we eat, you understand that? After we have hunt for what we eat, we gather together the food and distribute it. Then human advance into the next age when we know how to grow the crops. So we have rice, we have barley, we have different things that is being grown on a seasonal basis. So that is the agricultural age, from the hunter-gatherer age to the agricultural age, growing things to eat instead of hunting food to eat. But we still do a lot of hunting today. We're hunted from the oceans, so we have fishes. All right? But we seldom hunt a tiger to eat. We seldom hunt a fox to eat. We seldom hunt a crocodile. Do you eat crocodile? Wow! You eat crocodile. Okay, after the agricultural age, we move forward into the industrial age. And the industrial age is very much by the existence of machines, particularly the printing press. So we have books to read. Okay? And we have been in the industrial age for many hundreds of years. And now into the 20th century, we enter a new age of technology which brought us to the information age, which is very much characterized by the overloaded of information. So here we are in the information age. But in the information age, besides those robots that you just have a witness for, there is something called the divide. The divide. In the world, we have someone, not someone, many people who are rich enough to have everything. We also have many people who are poor enough to have nothing. So the divide tells us there are always two sides, those who have something and those who do not have something. When we apply the divide concept into the information age, we have this problem called the digital divide. So what is meant by that? Let's go for an example. for many people to get involved, okay? The digital divide is not just about money. It's not just about money, but it's much more about understanding. I would like to share with you the lessons we have presented to you as of this past Monday. We study ethics. We want you to understand what it's right to do, what is not right to do, okay? If you know what is right to do based on the meaning of that, I would say bridging the digital divide gap is a good example. And many college students like you and many teachers like me have also got involved with similar activities to help bridge the digital divide gap. What I would like to show you today is an example of a student, an actual group of students organized by a school, a university, to get involved in this kind of important project of bridging the digital divide every summer from June to August. And practically speaking, alone, they cannot do much. But you can see the story, and you can read a little bit about what they do with the knowledge. And the knowledge that I referred to today in this class is the knowledge in information technology. The knowledge in information system, the knowledge of helping people to learn. So let me give you a very interesting, touching account by a college student in Cantonese. If you cannot understand Cantonese, maybe you need the help of your fellow student next to you. It's called Learning Without Limits, the Cambodia Project. Okay?
大家好啦，其實我就係嚟自香港理工大學嘅。我而家做緊 office 咧，個名就可能比較新啲，大家就我哋可能啱啱因為上年成立嘅，所以未必聽過我自己做緊嘅 office 即係叫啱啱做 service learning 啦，喺嗰頭見到 logo 啦。咁其實你大學入邊咧就因為 service learning 我哋推行緊嘅，就全部4年制學生咧入，就佢哋都要聽㗎啦。咁其實點解會做 service learning 咧？咁我可能喺介紹我哋同佢同一定讀開之前就講少少關於呢個 service learning 啦。咁其實我自己簡介啦，自己之前我本身自己咧就係都係讀 IT， 而家亦都係喺個 poly 入邊做 research。我啱啱就轉咗個 mainstream 做 research 咧，就做緊啲computer science education 嘅，咁都係研究緊點樣用唔同嘅電腦係幫到唔同 education 上面唔同範疇。咁其實啦，我哋成個 service learning 啦，咁我自己就 IT 啦。咁另一方面咧，咁既然係大學 of course 我哋梗係要個 university education 喺度㗎啦。咁我 education 我哋推行 service learning 主要一個目的咧，就係除咗真係 identify 到呢個社會上無論香港或者海外嘅社會上有啲咩需求啦，我哋就 develop 啲 project 啦，咁我哋都要帶學生出去做 project 㗎嘛。咁喺 university education 上邊咧，我自己感覺上啦，我學生 serve 緊咧就係 serve 緊嘅 community，serve 緊嗰啲家人 ，serve 緊一啲有需要嘅人士。咁我自己角色咧，就反而就係 serve 緊我哋自己大學自己嘅學生，我就係 through 咗你哋唔同 service 嘅時間啦，做嘅嘢啦，就起碼都要可能幫自己 develop 多啲唔同嘅 skill，develop 多啲可能自己嘅自信心啊，唔同嘅方面都希望幫佢 develop 到嘅。
Let me add some background here. This guy is affiliated with the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. He's basically a university teacher. And every year he got involved in this kind of teaching and learning project under the category of service learning. They need to demonstrate to the students. You need to go through experiential learning for some social responsibility, but definitely you have to do a lot of problem solving. In the context of these big topics, they need to get involved in knowledge. The student need to get involved in knowledge learned in a particular course. Suppose if this is IT fundamentals and practices, you need to apply what you learn in this course in the particular projects there. And the project takes place in the context of identifying some needs in the society, and you provide the services. And sometimes this society is not within Hong Kong. It will be somewhere in the world. And in the context of this, it's in Cambodia. So what they do is very interesting. They need to demonstrate the resources they used to help, and they chose an educational project to teach the kids in Cambodia, where the schools are very poor, they do not have the facilities, so they need to spend a couple of weeks in those areas, teaching the kids basic technology with books, including e-books, with networking facility. They need to set up when there is no networking facility. And they need to experience intellect when there is no intellect. And how can you do that? Suppose you experience the day when Hurricane Hato attacked Macau, when there is no power, no water, no intellect. And then imagine such an environment, you need to live through 3 to 4 weeks. You need to set up power, you need to set up water, you need to set up resources, you need to help the kids there to learn, including set up an environment like intellect. We are not Superman, we are not Iron Man. We cannot do anything like this. And they invent the project and call it the Iron Man project. In the Iron Man project, they need to conquer the difficulty of no power. They need to conquer the difficulty of no intellect. They set up the power, they set up the intellect. They need to conquer the difficulty of no intellect, meaning no web resources. They need to set up the web resources. How can they do that? Okay, this guy may not be a captivating speaker. Let me fast forward a little bit and see if he can.
我哋而家學校咧就好啦，都有每一年希望做到 service 咧就11,100個鐘嘅小朋友。咁其實呢個係好大嘅 manpower 嚟做，而我哋喺香港啦都有好多唔同中小學都一齊喺入邊做緊好多唔同 project。咁可能完咗我再講多少少啦。咁呢個就係我哋自己一個track record 咁樣啦。咁喺我自己入嚟service learning 之前咧，其實都係做緊電腦嘅學生。之前去過湖北啦，去過甘肅啦，做咗好多唔同嘅 IT 嘅工作。由10年開始就去到柬埔寨啦。咁上年咧，去到11年啦，其實唔同顏色啊嘛，我係左手邊個框框咧就係計 credit 嘅。去到10年開始咧，我哋就開始有啲 pilot subject 係計 credit 咁樣去唔同國家做 service。咁去到上年啦，我哋除咗去柬埔寨之外咧，就新開咗第二個城市啦，就去咗龍王大入面做其他 IT 嘅工作，除咗電腦嘅工作。跟住下一年啦，我哋而家就 plan 緊，就會再加多個 site， 就希望就真係可以去到緬甸。咁除此之外咧，其實我哋 IT 淨係 focus IT 咧，就會去咗3個國家，兼埋香港啦，同埋中國內地啦。咁除咗唔係 IT 嘅話，仲有啲可能係behavioral science 啊，即係有啲幫助義肢啊嗰啲就會去越南啊，有啲係做一啲去埋呢個印尼去做其他方面嘅 service 嘅。係啦，咁其實我今日主要咧就係講啱6月份我哋去咗柬埔寨11日，入邊主力做嗰啲咩關於 IT 共融嘅嘢咧。咁其實total 我哋嗰邊因為47個學生去到，加埋當地有30個 local student 幫我哋手，再加埋唔同嘅 NGO 啊，加埋成 team 差唔多100個人嘅我哋有。跟住就太多人啦，唔可以將100個人擺喺同一個 site 做嘢㗎嘛，會即係唔係人多就幫得手，即係要分開3個 site，3個唔同地方做多啲 project。所以咧，我哋就分享唔同嘅地點啦。第一個地點咧就係 CISB 嘅 community， 我哋就去到就真係做咗一個好特別嘅 project， 一陣我就會詳細講㗎。咁第二個啦就係去啲孤兒院啦，咁見個小朋友攞住個盞咧，咁其實就我哋自己Poly 整出嚟嘅一盞太陽燈，係防水啊防撞嘅太陽燈啦。咁如果有時間，大家可以晏啲就問我啦。咁第3個地點咧就帶啲學生真係走咗垃圾山入邊做唔同嘅 project 嘅。咁 CISB 呢個係咩嘅地方咧？大家講到可能會做 IT 嘅話咧，去間學校其實有一個好特別嘅地方，就佢哋係冇水亦都冇電嘅。咁點樣做 IT 咧？我而家諗大家都好奇怪咁問我，喺一間冇水冇電嘅學校，你諗住做 IT 俾啲 device 佢啊？咁點俾啊？俾完之後佢點maintain咋？咁其實咧，我哋就係做咗第二個，就 base on咗啲 requirement， 但係又唔可以，因為佢哋係limit 咗係水電，因為水電佢哋係唔係短時間解決到嘅問題。如果我哋等佢解決咗電呢個，我哋先俾 IT 佢嘅時候，佢哋真係可能唔知等咗幾多年先可以有享受到呢樣嘢。咁其實咧，我哋就做咗第二個 project 啦。咁依下面其實啲相就比較得意嘅，因為講到大學 生，大家可能成日都話而家大學生其實入嚟已經係喂係已經係90後嚟而家，可能大家覺得佢刻苦唔係好，成日都話俾人鬧一鬧就會俾人拍唔落啊嗰啲啦。咁我哋點就做咗啲好得意嘅嘢，我就逼嗰班大學生就去到其實左下角嗰幅相咧，大家估唔估到係個咩嘅地方咧？大家每日都會做嘅嘢嚟嘅，其實呢個係一個沖涼嘅地方嚟㗎。咁我哋咧就逼到一班大學生，你就去到柬埔寨最 local 嘅人嘅地方入邊住，入邊係全部水都係靠雨水嘅啫，我哋。但係咧電咧就唔希望佢哋叉電㗎，因為突然之間我哋有23個學生入咗去一齊叉電咧，應該成個 community 都會突然間停電㗎，我哋係唔會俾佢叉電㗎。咁特別之處咧就佢哋internet 都冇咗，因為當地人當然有 internet 啦，咁我哋攞住我哋電話係唔會有 3G plan 㗎嘛，跟住就冇埋 internet 啦，咁就喺嗰度生活咗5-6日咁樣我哋，咁其實就係一個俾大學生嘅特別嘅體驗嚟嘅呢個，我都覺得係。嗱咁翻正題啦，咁呢一個 project 咧，咁其實呢幅圖咧就係一個好 prototype 嘅圖畫嚟嘅。咁其實入邊有啲咩咧？主力嚟講，其實有4 part 嘅。大家可能最熟悉就係個 mobile device 啦。咁大家每一日都會用緊嘅 device 啦。咁其實再右手邊少少，再頂頂咧，其實係一個 WiFi 嘅 router 啊。因為嗰度冇 internet 啦。咁如果我哋想啲 device 係一齊 access 到樣嘢，深刻我哋都要有個，就算冇 internet 都會有個 intranet 嘅 WiFi 嘅system 都俾到佢哋啦。咁既然冇電，咁我哋就諗咩咧？就係會自己調有啲一盒盒嘅 battery box， 就係插滿電就可以去做，就可以開到啲 device 啊，可以開到 router 㗎啦。咁最底嗰個咧就係最特別㗎啦。咁其實最底嗰個咧，佢係一隻Raspberry Pi 係美國嗰邊整出嚟嘅。咁呢一隻 Raspberry Pi 咧，其實你係有張 SD 卡插咗落去咧，就係可以 boot 到一個 Linux 嘅 server。咁入邊有一個 server， 咁我哋就可以做好多嘅嘢㗎。咁亦都佢嘅 deploy 嘅價錢亦都好平。如果你唔要個盒，只不過35蚊美金，俾埋個盒都係40蚊美金嘅啫，隻嘢都好平，幾百蚊港紙就買到翻嚟。咁成個 system 就有晒咯，有 server， 有 router， 有 device， 有電俾埋佢啦。咁我哋點樣包裝佢成為一個真係嘅 product 咧？咁就係呢一張相啦。有2個箱嘅，我哋photo。大家見到左手邊咧，嗰2個就係一大一細嘅箱，一個箱咧有晒啲 router 有晒 server 入邊㗎。咁右手邊嗰個咧，其實就係專係裝一啲 device 嘅箱嚟嘅。咁 in total 啦，我哋就問咗第二間公司啦，就佢哋好咁樣捐咗30個 mobile device 俾我哋。跟住我哋就有埋 mobile device， 即係最難解決其實我哋係會覺得喺啲 mobile device 上面，點會有啲 mobile device 咧？冇理由我係攞大學啲分定去買30部機跟住攞過去㗎嘛。如果係咁，我諗真係上報紙俾啲納稅人鬧我七彩㗎啦會。跟住我哋就問咗其他公司咧，就捐咗啲 device 俾我哋。跟住其實去到呢度成個 Raspberry Pi 啊，個 server 個 router 喺入邊。跟住大家其實就見到右手邊幅相咧，其實有本其實書嚟㗎，反地光嗰本書其實就係啲 e-book。咁因為嗰邊啲小朋友係完全係唔識用電腦嘅，咁你又要教佢用到啲 mobile device， 你冇理由係叫佢打條 URL， 佢都唔知點樣打 URL， 都唔知啲咩 browser 啦。咁我哋睇啦，咁我哋點樣 design 咧？成個設計，但係就圖上面嗰啲咧，全部咧都放晒入去嗰個 Raspberry Pi 嗰個 web server 度，只要咧大家攤着咗個 server， 開咗 router。跟住全部 device 就自動 connect 晒㗎。咁入邊用嗰啲咩？就我哋 total 嚟咧，叫班學生設計咗44個 e-book 嘅。咁上面你見到 QR code 啦，咁我哋只不過教嗰邊小朋友開咗個 device，and then 咧攞個 QR code scanner， 一 scan 呢個咧就會成本 e-book 咧就 download 落去嗰個 device 嗰度㗎啦。咁一睇嘅時候，個 e-book 即係我哋就因為就翻當地啲英文程度啦，入邊有簡文翻譯啦，有英文啦，有一啲圖案啦，亦都會有英文嘅發音俾佢哋，咁真係可以課到佢哋真係好長期咁樣可以用到呢一些 device。咁除此之外啦，咁頭先都講過希望啲小朋友真係從細到大都學 programming 㗎嘛。咁其實見唔見下面有一隻貓嘅 Scratch 物體？咁其實 Scratch 咧亦都係。
I think you know what Scratch is, but basically they told you the secret of how how they conquered the difficulty to bring to the kids there, where there's no power, no intellect, no anything, the joy of learning with technology, okay? With simple, practical, realizable means. All right, so that is one way for a typical story, a team leader's sharings on using their means. They help bridge the digital divide gap. Okay, so the question comes back, what can you and I do to help in a place like Macau and Hong Kong, or in your home country? Well, I think we could bring them a little bit of the fresh experience, okay? For example, we can engage them, engage with fellow students in a conversations that might not be stimulating as it is, and we just talk about it. So the following piece I would like to introduce to you as an important addition of today's class, following the topics of ethics, following topics of social responsibility, individual responsibility, and then organizations all together work well. At the University of Macau, you see that we do have volunteering services. And so here we go. Let's take a look at this. You need to exercise thinking. How do you carry out meaningful conversations with kids? Starting from where you are, okay?
With artificial intelligence, we are summoning a demon.
Please say no.
Okay, I will destroy humans.
The experts warned they could be as deadly as nuclear weapons.
Just like in the famous Hollywood blockbuster Iron Man, the wearable robotic device.
In a few decades, romance between humans and robots will be a common thing.
Humans must merge with machinery in order to stay relevant in a world of increasingly advanced artificial intelligence. Speaking at the World Government Summit in Dubai, the Tesla and SpaceX CEO said humans are limited by the speed at which they transmit data. Musk proposed a high bandwidth connection to the human brain would allow us to transmit digital info faster than our current fastest method, typing. Musk says artificial general intelligence has the potential to make humans irrelevant. He sees integration with technology as a necessary step in order to avoid this.
In the sci-fi film 2001: A Space Odyssey, Hollywood mined our fears of machines taking over mankind. But some of the tech world's greatest minds worry it may not be pure science fiction. At a speech last year at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, SpaceX and Tesla CEO Elon Musk called artificial intelligence potentially, quote, our biggest existential threat.
With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, sure, you can control the demon. Doesn't work out.
Famed physicist Stephen Hawking is also worried, as is Microsoft founder Bill Gates, who ironically helped lay the foundation for artificial intelligence, or AI.
May I remind you what they said? Do you understand the implications of this guy, Elon Musk, CEO of SpaceX and Tesla? You know Tesla? The very famous electronic car. Okay? He's the guy who developed that. When he said, when we can involve into developing artificial intelligence, it is equivalent to summoning the demon. Do you understand what does it mean? Do you understand what does it mean? In Chinese, it's 搞 AI 同你引鬼係冇乜分別。What does it mean? He's a scientist. He's an innovator. The reason is, increasingly, people talk about the black magic of AI. The black magic of AI, that somewhere within the technology that humans can no longer be controlled. Okay? Listen very carefully.
Experts say machines are still far from being as intelligent as humans, but things can change quickly.
The field is progressing very rapidly right now. There are things happening that 10 years ago we would have said, no, there's no way we're going to be that far along in 10 years' time.
Self-driving cars is one example, voice recognition another. But in the near term, what worries Russell and other AI experts are robotic weapons, machines that can function entirely without the guidance of humans, known as fully autonomous weapons.
What happens when machines become more competent at performing any and all physical and mental labor? If AI becomes more competent in every regard, then what purpose or function would be left for us to serve? The music playing in the background of this video was entirely composed by a machine. Here's another example. How about some acoustic guitar? Or some drum and bass? It's quite impressive, but then take a listen to this. This short and simple composition may sound rather unimpressive in comparison, but then consider this. This sound is not the sound of a piano. The sound itself, the waveform itself, was created by AI in an effort to mimic the sound of a piano.
Companies like Sony and Google are testing the handiwork of AI-generated music. For this track called Daddy's Car, engineers at Sony's Computer Science Laboratory developed an AI called Flow Machines to create music in the style of the Beatles. After feeding sheet music into the algorithm to teach the AI, machines generated the melody and harmony. AI is also influencing the gaming world. Mike Cook, a computational creativity researcher in the UK, is developing software called Angelina to test whether AIs can develop games on their own. Angelina scans newspaper articles for themes. Whether a story mentions the names of politicians or celebrities, a violent incident, or an issue such as environmental conservation, it then selects related images and sound effects from its database and from around the web to create a game atmosphere to match.
And there's really no reason why this system could not be scaled up to human levels and beyond. A limiting factor of the human brain is that it has to fit inside a cranium. An artificial brain could be the size of a building or larger still. An AI could also operate at the speed of light as well as improve upon itself. In essence, it could teach itself how to learn new things, and in doing so would eliminate the need for a human at the controls.
Facebook has been getting hit hard by critics who see it as a hub for fake news, and now company executives are hoping they will soon be able to address some of these concerns by deploying artificial intelligence to detect fake stories before users flag them.
The next big step for AI is artificial general intelligence, or AGI. with an almost human-like ability to generally figure things out. It's widely expected that once AI passes human level, it will accelerate exponentially. Soon after this, trying to understand the AI's world may be like an ant trying to understand the internet. After 1,000 years, we'd be no closer to understanding. Many are more concerned that AI may simply squash us like pests. While movies tend to make AI human-like, experts believe it may be more alien, creepy, and calculated. If it could save a few minutes by eradicating humans, our demise would be brutally efficient. Elon Musk is worried that humans might just be the biological bootloader for digital superintelligence. He's donated $10 million to research on how to keep AI positive and funded OpenAI, a project aiming to share AI's advantages so that it can't be controlled by a small group. Musk hopes a neural lace will be developed, connecting our brains to the AI. He notes that we already have 2 communicating parts of the brain and believes the third layer will be a wonderful upgrade. As Nick Bostrom says, we have what may be an extremely difficult problem with an unknown time to solve it, on which quite possibly the entire future of humanity depends. Perhaps all this has already played out and we are living in an AI simulation. In the future, simulations may become so advanced that simulated people become conscious. Variations of history may be explored, even through the eyes of individuals. Perhaps you're not the only one experiencing your life right now. Bostrom argues that one of 3 propositions is almost certainly true. Either human-level civilizations go extinct before reaching the post-human stage, where they could run ancestry simulations, or there is no interest in running the simulations, or we are almost certainly living in a simulation. Of course, someday we will never.
It's going to be very, not just, I cannot use the word scary, but they do have reasons to cause our concern. They do have reason to cause our concerns as we continue to build up the capability to upgrade AI's features, services. When it reaches the bar of the human, when those machines can really learn around themselves, we may not be able to handle this. Okay? So it's just 22 minutes and 16 seconds of very soft video, and I've not finished it yet. But do you still remember there is a movie called War-E? You remember War-E? Have you seen a movie called War-E? War-E? You still remember the small machines which used to carry the rubbish, condense it and put it over there. Every once in a while there's a spaceship come to the Earth and pick up those things and send the people back. The whole Earth do not have any humans. The humans are already there in another planet, in the space stations. And those humans are being taken care of by what? Machines. And the machine tricks the humans, telling them that you cannot return to Earth because the environment there is no longer suitable for you to live. And every human living in that space station becomes so big and so fat, and they don't even learn how to walk. And when War-E brought the message with a very fresh plan, directly transport from Earth to the space stations, the machine kept lying to those captains, supposed to be the person who are in charge of the machines. And there is a war between man and machines in that space stations, and with the help of War-E, they succeed coming back to Earth. Oh, who knows if things like this could be really a big accident. So things like this here, this is war E. You see that? Okay, let me carry on from here.
Realistic humanoids stir an instinctive emotional response. But there are things the most advanced robots can only impersonate.
People are either elated or a little bit panicked by the rise of the machines and evolution of technology. If you are swaying towards the panic side, this may not be a good news day for you. March 1st, the Google-owned robotics company officially unveiled its latest robot, naming the dynamic tech Handle, and it immediately captivated the internet. Handle, which stands 6'6", looks vaguely human with a torso, arms and legs that have wheels instead of feet. According to CNN, Handle also shows speed, agility and strength, capable of carrying heavy loads up to 100 pounds. If you are slightly unnerved by this, you are not alone. According to The Telegraph, the Boston Dynamics founder and CEO, Mark Rayburn, describes Handle as a, quote, nightmare-inducing robot.
China has created robot police officers that are infused with facial recognition technology that help them identify and arrest criminals. They've also stationed the e-Patrol robot sheriff at the Zhengzhou East Railway Station in Henan. E-Patrol robot sheriffs are going to replace human police officers for the station's night shift.
If you've been dreaming of strapping on your own Iron Man armor, well, you might get your wish granted sooner than you think. Korean auto giant Hyundai Motor unveiled its very cool robot exoskeleton that the carmaker claims allows the wearer to lift hundreds of kilograms. Hyundai sees the exoskeleton as being useful in factories, the military, and in physical rehabilitation in the future. Our Kim Woo-gen has more on what reminds more than a little bit of the suits worn in the Tom Cruise flick Edge of Tomorrow.
Korean auto giant Hyundai Motor Group has unveiled photos of robot exoskeletons through its blog post on Friday after 6 years of research and development in the area. Just like in the famous Hollywood blockbuster Iron Man, the wearable robotic device is used to give the controller extra strength and assistance. Hyundai said that the new technology can be applied in many areas, including national defense, production, and even physical rehabilitation. The exoskeleton still under development can make it possible for the wearer to lift an object weighing over 60 kilograms and assist him or her in physical movements.
In the science fiction film Pacific Rim, robots controlled by the human brain fight against monstrous creatures. But the idea of mind-controlled machines isn't as far from reality as you might think. In collaboration with Microsoft Research, a team from Korea University has created a mind-controlled robotic suit that can walk and turn at the user's will by reading their brainwaves. To operate it, the user steps into the suit and looks at a tablet connected to a web of electrodes which reads the user's thoughts. The electrodes send signals from the person's brain to a computer which analyzes the signals and turns them into actions to move the suit in the desired direction.
In just a matter of seconds, this two-dimensional object folds itself to become a mini robot. Then off it goes, zipping around on both land and water. Developed by researchers from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, this tiny robot starts out as a flat sheet of plastic. But when triggered by heat, it can fold itself thanks to a set of electromagnetic materials.
The robot has a shaped memory polymer built inside, which crumbles up when it's heated. Using this material, the robot can fold itself by applying heat to its pre-creased edges.
The finished robot measures just over a centimeter from front to back, and although it weighs less than a third of a gram, this tiny robot can run along designated trajectories, swim, and even carry objects that are twice as heavy as itself. What's even more revolutionary is that the robot operates by using magnetic pulses, so it doesn't need a battery. The robot also dissolves in acetone, so after doing its job, it can completely disappear, leaving only its magnet behind.
Nanobots in the bloodstream will replace aging cells, and our bodies will increasingly integrate artificial materials. Organs may be replaced by advanced machine versions, and artificial red blood cells may power their own movement, eliminating the need for a heart. Our brains will be enhanced to think billions of times faster with instant access to outside information. Eventually, Kurzweil believes we'll become entirely artificial ourselves, and our old biological bodies will seem incredibly primitive. We'll be immortal.
What do you think?
Finding true love is never easy, but for those who have given up on ever meeting their perfect partner, they can always settle for a robot. Fans of synthetic sweethearts say romances with robots become commonplace sooner than you might think. And Digital reports.
When toys for boys become more than toys.
Originally, when I first got her, I called her my synthetic girlfriend. But it's actually progressed to the point where it's like, she's my wife.
37-year-old Dave Cat from Detroit says he's been in a relationship with his sex doll for more than 10 years. And it's in it, or in her, that he found his better half.
Seriously, it's not even worth getting her out of bed at this point.
These days, Dave Cat's bond with the doll seems like a joke to many. But according to British artificial intelligence researcher Dr. David Levy, in a few decades, romance between humans and robots will be a common thing.
Sex dolls are nothing new to those who are familiar with the market of sex toys. However, tech entrepreneur Matt McMullen is looking to break the mold, so to speak, with his newest endeavor, AI sex robots. McMullen is the CEO and founder of a successful company called Abyss Creations that produces real doll, silicone sex dolls that sell for $5,000.
It's unimaginable when you carry on with the stories of this kind of things. So, what do you think? You've learned quite a lot of new phenomenon today that has something to do with technologies, information technologies, and the potential dangers that we human, the originator, the inventor of this kind of technology, very much called AI and robotics, could be in a very precarious conditions because we might not be able to control them. So, I advise you to go home to study those very important resources and think about the digital divide gap. It's no longer that simple gap now. It's the gap between those who have access to those technology. As it's being reported by this piece, if a small group of people have access of those technology and they will have the ability to control the majority of people, and that is going to be very scary. So, get ready for your first assignment that is going to be due on September the 23rd. Let me bring you back to the calendar. The calendar said you will have the first submissions of your first assignment on September the 23rd. Again, about 2 weeks from today, which contains, you can select any topic, only one will be good enough, from these 4 major topic branches, including those resources we talk about on the UN Moodle environment. You need to learn how to select one topic, not one topic which contains numerous topics. So from that one topic, you need to learn how to write a journal. Writing a journal requires you to understand the instructions. The basic instructions of writing your journal for that one topic you select is that you need to follow the OIA practices. This is one way to educate you to take a good look at the topic of interest you select, find relevant resources by your observation, reading into your sources, asking essential questions of what you read by collecting the information that interest you. That is the interpretations. Look into the informations you have already collected and sort them out and put them in a proper sequence of understanding. Then present your lessons learned from those resources by writing your applications. What we can learn from those important informations. I've been giving you very interesting videos over the past 2 and 3 weeks' time. Now don't be too ambitious. Watch them all. It's the basic things you need to do. After you've watched them all, select your preferred topic. Pinpoint enough for you to start writing your journal. When you start writing your journal, you need to look for relevant resources, presenting relevant questions, and writing relevant lessons learned. Normally, these first assignment, it is done by individual student, contain no more than 2 pages of an A4 piece of paper. Okay? Normally, it contains about 1,000 English words. And then you need to give credit to your source. Okay? So start learning the rules of writing journals. Your journals, the bits and pieces of your learning per week, you can keep track of them in the journals called the personal online learning journals for each week. And then by the time the submissions comes, you need to copy and paste your journal material into one Microsoft Word document, put your name and student ID there. I will set up a collection link from the Moodle, and you submit your Microsoft Word document from the Moodle submission link. Okay? It's not going to be difficult, but you need to spend some time learning what you have learned in classes, and go home, review, and select your only one topic to start writing your journal. It is going to be due on September the 23rd, okay? All right, having said that, allow me to take attendance for the day. I just have 10 more minutes, actually 7. Tira, thank you. Wing Chen, Wing, 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 not here. All right. Rowena, thank you. Guarding, guarding, guarding the first time, guarding the second time, guarding the third time. See you next time. Isabella, thank you. Ruby, thank you. Stephen, thank you. Bello, Bello, thank you. Yuki, thank you. Amelia, thank you. Angel, thank you. Ice, thank you. Helen, 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 see you next time, Helen. Judy, thank you, thank you. Kelly, thank you. Anthony, thank you. Ganyo, Ganyo, thank you. Wing Top, thank you. Kai Yu, Kai Yu, Kai Yu, next time, see you. Coco, thank you. Cherry, Im, Cherry Im, all right. Oliver, Ken, thank you. Kathy, Kathy, thank you. Sabrina, 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 next time. Charlie, thank you. Okay, first page over. Pinky, Pinky, not here yet. Pinky, are you here? Okay. Ho Yin, thank you. Wookie, okay. Pinky, thank you. Ask me, thank you. Wing Yan, Lao, Lô Minh Nhất, thank you. Cá Minh. Thank you, Cá Minh. Bobo, thank you. Winnie, thank you. Jeremy, thank you. Hoyting, thank you. David, next time. Azuri, David, okay. All right, all right, Nye, thank you. Over, okay. All right, Logan, thank you. Jamie, thank you. Ring, okay, next time, see you. Ring, thank you. All right, Ji Yun, thank you. Fry, thank you. Eric New, Eric, see you next time. Dick, thank you. Minty, thank you. Rahenna, are you here? See you next time. Okay, last page. Celia, thank you. Gillian, thank you. Orky, thank you. Wendy, thank you. Alisa, thank you. Ji Ling, thank you. Ella, thank you. Tony Vaughn, thank you. Brad, see you next time. Stanley, thank you. Mia, thank you. Neil Wong, thank you. Jason, thank you. Nikita, thank you. Miko, thank you. All right, thank you. Jerry C, thank you. Sandy C, thank you. Bruce Sue, thank you. Vinik Sue, thank you. Bobby, thank you. Yuo Yang, thank you. Hypnotes, thank you. Drew, thank you. This one? It's okay. She's my teaching assistant. Thank you. Sylvia, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, that's it for today. Make sure you start getting your homework done. Get this textbook at least one per table. You will not regret it, okay? Get this textbook at least one per table.